Hello and welcome to another rendition of Math is Easy, Step by Step. So this will be the final exponential rule video. I have two videos set up for fractional exponents. We're going to go over the rules. We'll go over some examples. Hey, if you find these videos helpful, go ahead and follow, save. You can watch these videos at your own pace if you find them helpful. So basically, when you get an exponential power, that's a fraction. The top portion, the numerator, is what is called the exponent power. Okay? I'll show you some examples of this in a moment. The denominator represents your root for in this example, a cubed root. All right, let's just go ahead and get started and check out some examples here. Alrighty, so we can see here, I'm going to just show the whole process of answering this particular problem. So for example number one, we have 100 raised to the power of 1/2. Okay, remember the top portion of this fractional exponent is your exponential power. The bottom or the denominator portion is your root. Okay, so I'm going to take this 100, and since it's a square root, I'm going to put a square root around that value or coefficient of 100. The top number is your exponential power. So I'm going to take this whole term, 100 to the square root, and again, a lot of square roots they won't show you it's a square root, but because I'm going over square roots, cubed roots, I'm going to be showing you this is a square root of 100. And again, the top portion is your power, so it's in parentheses raised to that first power. And so here I'm showing you the next step. In these videos, I'm not here to go over how to solve square roots or cube roots or any other power of a root. I'm just going over the rules. There will be videos later to go over how to solve square roots, cube roots manually, not using a calculator. So what are the multiples of 100? I know 100 is 10 times 10. And in a square root, I need two terms to pull out one value outside of the square root. There is an invisible 1 in front of this square root. And so if I was to take one pair, it takes two of one term, so a pair of tens, just to pull out one value of 10, and I'm going to multiply 10 times that 1. So I have 10, and don't forget it's raised to that first power. What's 10 times 10 to the power of 1? Normally it'd be 10 to the invisible 1. It's 10. So this is the example here. 10 to the invisible 1 is 10 to the first power. So this is an example. Let's go into another example. Again, my purpose is just to show you an understanding of these root rules, and then of these fractional exponent rules, and it's up to you to solve these particular and practice these problems. I will have another video on how to do that, so be confident. Example number two. Example number two is 64 raised to the power of 2/3. Again, this denominator represents the root. The top number represents your exponential power. So I'm going to put 64 inside a cubed root, like you can see here, 64 cubed. And it's raised to the power of 2. I know 64, if you break it down into its expanded form, you would get 4 times 4 times 4. In a cubed root, you need 3 perfect pairs just to pull out one term times that invisible 1, right? Don't forget, it's all inside the parentheses of a power of 2. So I'm going to pull out that 4. I'm going to free up those 4. I found 3 of the same term. I freed the 4 from the cube root, but it's still to the second power, which means 4 times 4. So for this particular example, the answer is going to be 16. And so that's the essential basics. I've got another video where I would like to go over a few more examples. Hey, math is easy. Take it step by step.